The ring feels heavier than it should. I keep my hand in my jacket pocket, my fingers wrapped around the small box, pressing it like it might disappear if I let go. Ava sits across from me, stirring her coffee she hasn't touched. "Why are you staring at me like that?" she asks, forcing a smile. "I'm not staring," I say. "I'm just looking." She laughs softly. "That's the same thing. Maybe I just like looking at you." She blushes, then looks down. "You're being weird today." "I'm always weird." "No, today is different." I shrug. "Different can be good." She nods, but her smile fades too fast. Her spoon clinks against the cup again and again. "Are you nervous about something?" I ask. She shakes her head. "No." "Why would I be nervous?" "I don't know." "You keep shaking." "I'm not shaking." "Ava." She stops moving her hands and presses them together. "Okay. Maybe a little." "About what?" She takes a deep breath. "Can you not look at me like that?" "Like what?" "Like I'm about to run away." "I'm not thinking that." She looks up, searching my face. "You promise?" "I promise. I really do. I've trusted her for 3 years. I trust her more than anyone. I trust her with my future, my secrets, my whole heart. That's why the ring is in my pocket." She swallows. "I have something to tell you." My heart jumps. "You're quitting your job?" "No." "You're moving?" "No." I smile. "Then relax. You're scaring yourself." She bites her lip. "I'm pregnant." The cafe disappears. All I hear is that word. Pregnant. "What?" I laugh. "Are you serious?" She nods. Her eyes shine. "I took 3 tests. I stand up so fast my chair scrapes the floor. "Ava. That's..." I don't finish. I walk around the table and pull her into a hug. She stiffens for a second, then hugs me back. "This is perfect," I say into her hair. "This is everything." She doesn't answer. "I was going to propose today," I say. "I swear. I have the ring." I pull back and look at her. "Hey, this is good news. Why do you look like that?" She presses her forehead against my chest. "Because I'm scared." "Of what?" "Of losing you." "You're not losing me. You don't know that." I pull her chin up gently. "Ava, look at me. I'm here." She looks, but her eyes slide away again. "We can do this," I say. "We'll figure it out. A small wedding maybe next year. A place with a yard. I can work more hours. My mom will cry when we tell her." She lets out a weak laugh. "You've really thought about this." "I've thought about us since the first week," I say. "You know that." "I know." "Then what's wrong?" She opens her mouth, closes it, then whispers, "I didn't plan this." "Most people don't." "That's not what I mean." The air between us changes. I feel it, sharp and sudden. "Ava," I say slowly, "what are you not saying?" She pulls her hands away from me and wraps them around her stomach like she's protecting something. "Say it," I tell her. "Whatever it is." She shakes her head. "I can't. Not like this. We're always like this. It's just me." Her voice breaks. "That's the problem." My stomach tightens. "What problem?" She looks at the table. At the floor. "Anywhere but me." "Look at me," I say. She does, and her eyes are full of tears. "I love you," she says quickly. "I need you to know that." "I know." "No," she says. "You don't. I need you to really hear it." "Ava, you're scaring me." Her hands tremble again. She reaches for mine, squeezing hard, like she's afraid I'll vanish if she lets go. "I didn't mean for it to happen," she whispers. "What didn't you mean?" She inhales, shaky and uneven. "We need to talk." "We need to talk," Ava says again, quieter this time. I nod, even though my chest feels tight. "Okay. Talk." She doesn't start. She just cries. Silent tears, shaking shoulders, her hands still locked around mine. "Ava," I say, trying to keep my voice steady. "You already told me you're pregnant." "I'm here." "What else is there?" She pulls her hand away like my skin burns her. "I didn't want it to come out like this." "Like what?" "Happy," she whispers. "You looked so happy." My throat hurts. "Because I was." She presses her palms into her eyes. "Please don't hate me yet." "That's a weird thing to say." "I know." "Then don't say it." She shakes her head. "I have to." I lean back in my chair. "Just say it. Whatever it is. I can handle it." She lets out a broken laugh. "You always say that." "Because it's true." She looks at me like she's seeing me for the last time. "The baby isn't yours." The words don't land right away. They float between us, useless, unreal. What? I ask. She squeezes her eyes shut. It's not yours. I wait for the rest of the sentence. It doesn't come. That doesn't make sense, I say. We're together. We live together. I know. Then how? It just happened, she cuts in. I swear I didn't plan it. My ears ring. You don't accidentally get pregnant with someone else. She flinches. I said I didn't plan it. Not that I didn't do it. I stare at her mouth, watching it move, wondering when it stopped being safe. Who? I ask. She hesitates. That pause hurts more than the answer. Say it, I tell her. Ethan. The name hits me hard. Ethan who? Ethan from work. Your coworker? She nods. Yes. I laugh once, sharp and ugly. The guy you said was annoying? He is annoying. So annoying you slept with him? It was one time. One time is all it takes, I say. She reaches for me again. Please don't shut down. I'm not shutting down. I'm listening. She cries harder. It was a weak moment. I was tired. You were busy. He listened. I listen. I know you do. Then why him? She shakes her head. I don't have a good answer. That's comforting. I didn't love him. That's supposed to help? Yes, she says desperately. Because I love you. I chose you. I always choose you. You chose him that night. Her face twists. I made a mistake. Mistakes are forgetting keys, I say. This is something else. She wipes her nose. I felt lonely. You felt lonely while sleeping next to me every night? You were there but you weren't. That's not fair. I know. Did you tell him about me? Yes. And he still did it? Yes. So he knew. She nods, ashamed. I lean forward, elbows on the table. How long ago? A few months. And you just found out now? Yes. You were going to let me propose? I say slowly. You were going to let me think this baby was mine. She sobs. I was scared. Of what? Of losing you. I laugh again, but it sounds broken. That already happened. She grabs my arm. No, not yet. I'm here. We can still be a family. A family built on a lie. I'll make it right, she says. I'll quit my job. I'll cut him off. You already crossed the line. I chose you emotionally, she says. Please believe that. I pull my arm free. Emotions don't raise a child. Silence stretches between us. I love you, she says softly. I stand up. Love isn't armor. She looks up at me, scared and small. I don't know how to protect myself from this, I say. And I don't think love is enough anymore. I leave that night with a bag that isn't full and a heart that feels too heavy to carry. Are you really going? Ava asks behind me. I need space, I say. I can't breathe there anymore. You don't have to do this tonight. I do. She cries again. Please don't disappear. I pause at the door. I'm not disappearing. I'm surviving. She doesn't answer. I walk out before I change my mind. I call Daniel from my car. Hey, he says. You okay? No. Where are you? Driving. Come here. I don't ask questions. I just go. Daniel opens the door in sweatpants, no judgment on his face. You can take the couch, he says. Thanks. He grabs a blanket and tosses it to me. Hungry? No. Want to talk? Not yet. That's fine. I sit on the couch and stare at the wall. Everything feels loud and empty at the same time. She cheated, I say suddenly. Daniel sits across from me. I figured. And she's pregnant. He exhales slowly. Is it yours? No. He doesn't react. He just nods. That's it. I ask. What do you want me to do? He says. Yell? I don't know. You didn't deserve it, he says. That's all I know. I laugh without humor. Everyone's going to know. Who? Everyone, I say. I feel like it's written on my face. That's shame talking. I feel stupid. You trusted someone. That's not stupid. It feels like it. Daniel leans forward. Listen to me. Betrayal doesn't make you weak. Staying silent about it does. I didn't scream. I didn't throw anything. So maybe I should have. No, he says. You don't owe pain to prove pain. My phone buzzes. Ava's name lights up the screen. Daniel looks at it. You going to answer? I watch it ring. No. Another buzz. A message. She's sorry, Daniel guesses. I know. You still love her. Yes. That doesn't mean you stay. I rub my face. I keep seeing her cry. She cried after lying. That sounds cruel. It's honest. The phone buzzes again. A voicemail notification. Daniel stands up. I'm getting water. When he leaves, I listen. I know you're hurting, Ava says through the speaker. I never wanted to hurt you. Please come back. I can't do this alone. I stop it halfway through. Daniel returns. You don't have to listen to those. I feel like I owe her. You don't owe someone who broke your trust, he says. She's scared. So are you. That doesn't feel equal. It doesn't have to, he says. You're not responsible for fixing what you didn't break. I lean back and stare at the ceiling. What if leaving makes me heartless? I ask. Daniel snorts. Leaving makes you alive. Another buzz. Another voicemail. I'm sorry, Ava says. I love you. Please don't punish me. I turn the phone face down. She thinks this is punishment, I say. That's because she doesn't understand consequences, Daniel replies. I keep thinking maybe I wasn't enough. He shakes his head. People cheat because of their own holes, not yours. Then why does it feel like everyone can see my failure? Because you tied your worth to someone else, he says. And that's the crack. I swallow. I don't know who I am without her. You're about to find out. Silence fills the room again. Not heavy this time. Just quiet. Daniel stands. Get some sleep. I don't think I can. Try anyway. My phone buzzes one last time. I don't look. I turn it off and place it on the floor. For the first time, I choose not to listen that I don't plan to see him. Just happens. I'm walking past Ava's office building because I took the long way home on purpose. I tell myself I'm just walking, nothing more. Then I hear my name. You're him, right? I stop. I turn slowly, already knowing. Ethan stands a few feet away, hands in his pockets, trying to look calm. He looks normal. That's the worst part. Yeah, I say. I'm him. He swallows. I thought so. How? I've seen pictures, he says. On her phone. That's comforting. I didn't mean it like that. I'm sure you didn't mean a lot of things. An awkward silence settles between us. I didn't expect to run into you, he says. Neither did I. He nods toward the building. I was just leaving work. Congratulations. He flinches. Look, man, I'm sorry. I laugh softly. Already? I know it doesn't mean much. You're right, I say. It doesn't. He rubs the back of his neck. She told me you two were basically done. Basically? She said you were distant. Checked out. So you filled the gap. I didn't see it like that. How did you see it? He hesitates. She said she felt alone. She lived with me. I know that now. You knew she had a boyfriend. I thought you were emotionally gone. I stare at him. That was enough? He sighs. People tell themselves stories. Did the story include my bed? His face tightens. I'm not proud of it. But you still did it. Yes. And when she got pregnant? He looks down. I panicked. So you disappeared. I didn't know what to do. You could have tried honesty. I'm not good at that. I nod slowly. That much is clear. He shifts his weight. I never wanted to hurt you. You didn't care enough to stop. That's not fair. It's accurate. He looks at me, searching for anger. You're calmer than I expected. I thought about hitting you, I admit. A lot. And then I realized it wouldn't give me anything. He exhales. I deserve that. You deserve consequences, I say. Not my fists. He studies me. You really loved her. Yes. She loved you too. That makes it worse. She said you were the safe choice. I stiffen. Safe. Stable. Reliable. And you were what? Exciting? Temporary, he admits. I think she knew that. So did you. He doesn't answer. I step closer. Let me ask you something. Okay. If she hadn't gotten pregnant, would you still be around? He opens his mouth, then closes it. Probably not. Thank you for being honest once. He looks ashamed. You're better than me. That's a low bar. I don't expect forgiveness. Good, I say. I'm not here to give it. Then why are we talking? I think about that. Because I needed to see if you were a monster. And? You're not, I say. You're just weak. His jaw tightens. That's harsh. So is betrayal. Another silence. I hope things work out for you, he says. They already are, I reply. He blinks. How? Because I won't become you. I turn away before he can respond. As I walk down the sidewalk, my hands are steady. My chest feels solid. I don't want answers anymore. I want control. She knocks at night, soft but desperate. I know you're home, Ava says through the door. I don't answer right away. My hand rests on the handle. I already know this is the last time. Please, she says. Just talk to me. I open the door. She looks smaller somehow. Her eyes are red, her face pale. Can I come in? She asks. I step aside. You can talk here. She nods like she understands, but her shoulders shake anyway. I miss you, she says. I know. She reaches for my hand. I let her take it. I can't do this alone, she says. I'm scared all the time. You weren't scared enough before. She flinches. I deserve that. Silence stretches between us. I'll raise the baby with you, she blurts out. We can still be a family. I close my eyes. That's not fair. To you. To the baby, I say. To me. I'll make it right, she says. I swear. You already swore once. She tightens her grip. I'll never lie again. You don't know that. I do, she insists. Because I can't lose you. I pull my hand back gently. You already did. She starts crying harder. Please don't say that. I'm not saying it to hurt you. Then why say it? Because it's true. She wipes her face. I chose you emotionally. I know. That has to count for something. It counts, I say. Just not enough. She looks up at me. You still love me? Yes. Her eyes light up for half a second. Then stay. I can't. Why not? Because I'll disappear, I say. I'll turn into someone quiet and bitter. I'll spend my life proving myself to you. That's not love, I say. That's punishment. She shakes her head. I don't care. I do. She presses her forehead against my chest. I need you. I needed you too, I say softly. She sobs. I didn't mean to break you. I know, I say. But intent doesn't undo damage. She pulls back, eyes wild. So that's it. I nod. This is where it ends. What am I supposed to do? You'll survive, I say. You're stronger than you think. You're abandoning me. I'm choosing myself. She laughs weakly. That sounds selfish. It is, I admit. And it's necessary. She looks at my face like she's memorizing it. I ruined everything, she says. Yes. And you'll never forgive me. I might, I say. But I won't stay. She sinks to her knees. I can't breathe, she says. I crouch down. You will. She grabs my sleeve. Say you love me one more time. I love you, I say. That never disappeared. Then why does this hurt so much? Because love isn't supposed to cost your dignity. She closes her eyes, defeated. I thought you'd save me, she whispers. I already tried, I say. And I lost myself doing it. She lets go. I stand up and open the door. She doesn't move. I hope you find peace, I say. She finally looks up. I hope you regret this. I pause. I won't. I step outside and close the door. Her crying breaks through the wood, loud and raw. I don't turn back. For the first time, I choose me. Months pass without noise. Morning, Maya says as she sets her coffee down. Morning, I reply. She studies my face. You look tired. I slept fine, I say. Just thinking. Dangerous habit. I smile. I'm getting better at it. She sits across from me. Therapy today? Yeah. Good, she says. You don't dodge it anymore. I used to think avoiding pain was strength. And now I think facing it is. She nods. That's growth. We work quietly for a while. I like the silence with her. It doesn't demand anything. You ever miss chaos? She asks suddenly. No, I say. I miss the idea of love, not the damage. She leans back. That's honest. My phone buzzes during lunch. Daniel's name. You okay? Maya asks. Yeah, I say. Just a friend. I step outside. You busy? Daniel asks. Always, I say. What's up? You hear about Ava? I close my eyes. No. Ethan left, he says. Didn't want responsibility. I exhale slowly. I figured. She moved out of the apartment. Money's tight. I'm sorry to hear that. You don't sound surprised. I stopped being surprised by consequences. Daniel hesitates. She asked about you. What did you say? that you're doing well. I am. He sighs. She sounded lonely. That's not my job anymore. I know, he says. Just telling you. After I hang up, Maya waits by the door. Everything okay? She asks. Yeah, I say. Just old news. She studies me. You don't shake when you say her name anymore. I noticed that too. That's big. I don't feel victory, I say. Just distance. Distance can be mercy, she replies. Back inside, she hands me a folder. You earned the promotion. I blink. Seriously? Seriously, she says. You're focused. Reliable. I laugh quietly. That word again. This time it's a compliment. I nod. Thank you. After work, we walk out together. You want company? She asks. I'd like that. We sit on a bench nearby. You ever think about saving people who hurt you? She asks. All the time, I admit. And? I learned you can't heal someone by bleeding for them. She smiles softly. Someone taught you that. Pain did. My phone buzzes again. Unknown number. I don't answer. Not curious? Maya asks. I know who it is. And you're okay not responding? Yes. That's strength, she says. I used to confuse obsession with love, I tell her. Now I confuse peace with boredom. She laughs. Peace isn't boring. It's quiet. I like quiet now. She stands. I should head out. Thanks for listening, I say. Anytime, she replies. That's what healthy people do. On the walk home, I pass the old cafe. I don't stop. At home, I cook dinner and eat alone without feeling empty. Another voicemail appears. I delete it without listening. I sit on the couch and breathe. I don't feel revenge. I don't feel regret. I feel steady. While I was learning how to live again, life handled the rest. And for the first time, that's enough. She shows up on a Sunday afternoon. I open the door and don't say her name. She looks thinner. Tired. Like someone who hasn't slept without fear in a long time. Can we talk? Eva asks. I step aside. A few minutes. She walks in slowly like the place might reject her. I lost everything, she says before sitting down. I nod. I heard. Ethan left, she says. My job cut my hours. Friends stopped answering. I don't react. She watches my face. You're different. I know. You're calm, she says. I thought you'd be angry. I say. I'm not anymore. She swallows. I miss you. I figured. I miss us. There is no us, I say gently. She grips her hands together. I deserve that. Wait. I was stupid, she says. I thought love would wait for me. It doesn't, I reply. She looks up. I was hoping maybe we could try again. I don't interrupt her. I know I hurt you, she continues. But I've changed. I see everything now. I stay quiet. I don't need saving, she adds quickly. I just want a chance. I take a breath. I'm glad you're honest now. Her eyes brighten. Does that mean? It means I can finally listen without hurting, I say. Her smile fades. But I can't go back. Why? She asks, voice breaking. I'm right here. Because I remember who I became, I say. And I won't be him again. She shakes her head. I'd never let you feel that way again. You wouldn't need to, I reply. I'd do it myself. She stands suddenly. So this is punishment? No, I say. This is protection. From me? From losing myself, I answer. She looks around the room. You built a new life. I rebuilt myself, I say. That mattered more. Her shoulders slump. I thought if I lost everything you'd come back. That's not how love works, I say. And it's not how consequences work. She wipes her eyes. I don't recognize you. That means I did something right. She laughs weakly. You sound so sure. I am. She steps closer. Do you still love me? I don't hesitate. Yes. Hope flashes across her face. But love isn't the problem, I continue. Trust is. Respect is. Peace is. She presses her hand to her chest. I can give you those. I already gave them to myself, I say. She sinks back onto the chair. So that's it. That's it, I confirm. She looks small again. I thought I could fix this. You can, I say. Just not with me. She nods slowly. You won't even stay friends. I can't, I reply. That door has to stay closed. Because you hate me? Because I don't, I say. Tears fall again, quieter this time. I'm proud of you, she whispers. Thank you, I say. I hope you find stability. She stands and walks toward the door. She pauses. I really did love you. I know, I say. That's why this hurts. She opens the door, then turns back once more. Goodbye, she says. Goodbye, I answer. She leaves without another word. I close the door and lean against it. There's no rush of triumph. Just closure. For the first time, the ending doesn't feel like loss. It feels final. Are you okay? Maya asks as we walk side by side. I am, I say. That's still new to say. She smiles. New doesn't mean fragile. I used to think it did. We stop at a small cafe. She waits, giving me space to decide. Coffee? She asks. Yeah, I say. I want that. Inside we sit by the window. You've been quieter lately, she says. Not quieter, I reply. Clearer. She tilts her head. What's the difference? Quiet hides things, I say. Clear names them. She nods slowly. What are you naming now? My scars. That sounds heavy. It's lighter than pretending they aren't there. She rests her chin on her hand. You don't talk about her much anymore. I don't need to, I say. She's not the lesson. I am. Maya smiles. I like that answer. I learned something important, I add. Loving someone doesn't mean abandoning yourself. That realization usually costs people a lot, she says. It cost me everything, I reply, and gave me more back. She watches me carefully. You're not afraid of this? Of us? I ask. Yes. I am, I admit, but not enough to run. That's healthy fear, she says. It listens. I'm done ignoring my instincts, I tell her. They tried to protect me. She reaches across the table but stops halfway. Is this okay? I meet her hand. It is. She squeezes gently. You don't rush. I don't want to repeat patterns, I say. I want to build new ones. She nods. Slow feels safe. Safe feels earned, I reply. We drink quietly for a moment. You ever miss who you were before? She asks. I miss his innocence, I say. Not his blindness. That's fair. I blamed myself for a long time, I admit, for not seeing it sooner. And now I know trust isn't stupidity, I say. It's courage. She smiles. That's rare. So is accountability, I add. I own my part. I stayed when I felt doubt. That doesn't make you guilty, she says. It makes me human, I reply. We leave the cafe as the sun dips lower. Where do you want to go? She asks. Forward, I say. One step at a time. She laughs softly. I meant tonight. Anywhere quiet, I answer. I like quiet now. We walk again. You don't flinch anymore, she says. From what? From closeness. I learned closeness shouldn't hurt, I say. And if it does, it's not closeness. She looks thoughtful. You speak like someone who survived. I did, I say. Emotionally. And you didn't harden, she adds. I almost did, I admit. But I didn't want to become bitter just to feel strong. She stops walking. You're strong without bitterness. Thank you, I say. That means more than you know. She hesitates. I don't want to be a replacement. You're not, I say firmly. You're a choice. She exhales. Good. We reach her car. I had to lose what I thought was everything, I say quietly, to understand what actually matters. And what's that? She asks. Self-respect, I say. Peace. Honesty. She opens the door. Those are good foundations. I'm building on them, I say. She smiles. I'd like to see where that goes. So would I reply. As she drives away, I stand alone without feeling lonely. The betrayal didn't break me. It refined me. What I lost gave me everything I needed to keep going. The city hums around me, indifferent to what I've endured. I walk down familiar streets, past cafes, bookstores, and apartment buildings I once imagined calling home with her. I don't linger. I don't glance back. Every step feels deliberate, each one a statement. I am still myself. Morning, Daniel says when I stop by his apartment to pick up a package. Morning, I reply. You look lighter, he says. Finally. I am, I say. It's quiet but good quiet. You've come a long way, he remarks. From that night when he trails off, letting the memory hang. I know, I say. I don't carry it the same way anymore. You'll feel the weight sometimes, he warns. But it won't crush you. I've learned to carry it differently, I say. Like a lesson, not a wound. He nods. That's progress. We grab coffee. Maya joins later, smiling softly when she sees me. You're up early, she says. Trying not to be haunted by old routines, I reply. She laughs. Healthy routines then? Yes, I say. And honesty. That's new for me. She studies me. You seem at peace. Not exactly peace, I say. Clarity. Control over my own choices. Over my own life. She nods. That's far better. I sip my coffee. The steam curls between us. I don't think of Ava. Not really. You ever think about revenge? Maya asks casually. I set the cup down. I did. And? I realized I don't want someone else to pay for my pain. I want myself back. That's all. She smiles. Sounds like wisdom. It's not wisdom, I say. Just survival. We walk together afterward, slowly. The city feels alive in a way it didn't months ago. No echoes of betrayal, only possibilities. I still get calls sometimes, I tell her. From people I hurt or people who hurt me. I don't answer. That's smart, she says. I thought about responding once, I admit. To prove I wasn't broken. To show I could forgive and take them back. And? I realized forgiveness doesn't need demonstration, I say. It's internal. Silent. Private. That suits you, she says softly. I glance at her. You've been steady? Safe. That's what I aim for, she says. No chaos. No hidden agendas. Just real connection. I nod. I've learned that's rare. We sit on a park bench watching the world move around us. Parents push strollers. Dogs tug on leashes. Couples laugh. None of it belongs to the past I carried. It belongs to a future I can choose. Do you ever miss who you were? Maya asks. Sometimes, I admit. But not enough to go back. Losing him, that version of me, was painful. But he had to die so I could live. She watches me, her gaze calm, not prying. I used to define myself by what I lost. I continue. Her love. My trust. My illusions about us. Now, I define myself by what I refuse to become. Bitter, desperate, small. Maya squeezes my hand gently. That's strong. I'm not done growing, I say. But I'm done letting the past dictate my worth. I've survived betrayal, humiliation, and heartbreak. I know my value now. And your name? She asks. I laugh softly. It's intact. I didn't let anyone, her, him, the circumstances, steal it. That matters more than anything else. She smiles at me. Then you've truly won. It doesn't feel like winning, I say. It feels like walking. Walking without dragging chains behind me. We rise and continue along the park path. The wind brushes my face. I inhale deeply. Life feels simple again, not naive, not empty, but possible. I don't think about Ava anymore, I tell her. Not really. I remember her mistakes, but I don't dwell. The pain is gone because I didn't let it linger. I treated it like fire, kept it controlled, learned from the burn, and walked away. That takes courage, Maya says. Not courage, I say. Choice. I chose myself. Every day. We stop at a bridge overlooking the river. The water glimmers under the sun. Do you ever regret? She asks. Regret what? Walking away. Choosing you over her. I shake my head. Never. I lost a lot, but what I gained is worth more. Peace, self-respect, control, and the ability to love again without fear. That's priceless. She smiles, and I realize I'm not afraid to feel anything around her. I can laugh, talk, and breathe without shadows chasing me. You're not bitter, she says. No, I reply. I'm sharper, clearer, and stronger. Betrayal didn't destroy me. It rebuilt me. And this is just the beginning, she says. Yes, I agree. The beginning of a life I choose. Not a life dictated by what others did to me. We continue walking. The city unfolds around us. The noises, the faces, the chaos, they feel distant yet alive. I feel alive too. I glance at Maya. I trust myself now. Fully. That's rare, she says. Hard-earned, I say. But necessary. I stop for a moment, watching the sunlight hit the river. The reflection shimmers. Beautiful, clean, untainted. That's how I feel, I tell her. Like light hitting the water after the storm. Clean. Untouched. Free. She squeezes my hand. Then you're ready. I am, I say. ready for anything because I'm finally mine. And with that, I walk forward, not looking back, not hoping for closure from others, not craving revenge or validation. I walk with my name intact. I walk with my heart rebuilt. I walk toward a future defined by truth, dignity, and self-worth. Silent justice, I realize, feels better than revenge. And finally, it feels like peace.